There's something magical about a good cozy mystery, especially when it's dressed up in vintage fashion. Whether it's a vicar with a knack for snooping or a stylish flapper dodging bullets, historical cozy crime shows are the perfect blend of charm, crime, and comfort. Which is why in this video, we're spotlighting some of the best historical cozy mysteries out there. Ones that deliver clever cases and plenty of period detail to keep things looking sharp while the clues pile up. And just to keep things neat, we're listing the shows in chronological order. So grab a cup of tea and let's dive into the twisty, stylish world of historical cozy crime. Agatha Christie's Poirot. There's cozy, and then there's Poirot cozy. This series brings Agatha Christie's famously fastidious Belgian detective to life with perfectly waxed mustaches and a flair for dramatic conclusions. From lavish country homes to glamorous trains, Poirot unravels crimes with charm, logic, and just a hint of smugness. The 1930s period-perfect costumes, slow-burn pacing, and Agatha Christie's razor-sharp plotting make this a gold standard for historical mystery TV. It ran for over 20 years, and the incomparable David Suchet portrayed Poirot with such precision and charm that for many fans, he is the definitive version of Christie's most dapper detective. Cadfael. Set in a 12th century English monastery, Cadfael introduces a crime-solving monk who manages to outwit everyone around him. Played by the always brilliant Derek Jacobi, Brother Cadfael is a former soldier turned herbalist monk who uses both street smarts and medieval science to solve murders in a sleepy English abbey. Based on Ellis Peters's best-selling novels, the show mixes cozy whodunit vibes with a sprinkle of medieval grit. What makes Cadfael special is its quiet thoughtfulness. It's as much about morality and faith as it is about uncovering the killer. It's murder mystery with a monk's touch. Contemplative, clever, and unexpectedly comforting. Agatha Christie's Marple. Miss Marple is the original lady detective who sees everything and misses nothing. In this adaptation, Agatha Christie's sharp-witted spinster sleuth is brought to life with all the pastel charm of a 1950s English village hiding very dark secrets. Whether she's sipping tea or outsmarting Scotland Yard, Miss Marple always solves the case with grace and a lethal dose of intuition. The series featured two different leads over its run, Geraldine McEwen and Julia Mackenzie, each bringing their own flavor to the iconic detective. The settings are gorgeously vintage, the mysteries are twisty, and the guest stars? Absolutely stacked. It's comfort TV at its best. Murdoch Mysteries. Set in turn-of-the-century Toronto, Murdoch Mysteries introduces us to a detective who brought science to crime solving long before it was cool. Detective William Murdoch is a forward-thinking sleuth who solves murders using cutting-edge technology, at least for the 1890s, like fingerprinting and the occasional steampunk invention. The show has been on for over a decade, and it's not hard to see why. It's smart, charming, and just a little bit cheeky. Murdoch's romance with pathologist Dr. Julia Ogden gives the show extra heart, while the endless parade of historical guest appearances keep things delightfully weird. If cozy crime and Victorian gadgets are your thing, welcome home. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries is what happens when a murder mystery meets a flapper-era fashion show. Set in 1920s Melbourne, the series follows the glamorous, gun-toting Frankie Fisher, a lady detective who solves crimes while decked out in couture and dripping with sass. Played to perfection by Essie Davis, Frankie is always 10 steps ahead of the police, especially Inspector Jack Robinson, who may or may not be swooning. It's got jazz, cocktails, secret societies, and the occasional deadly weapon hidden in a feathered hat. The vibe is fun, feminist, and unapologetically stylish, with just the right amount of danger and champagne. Father Brown. Father Brown is your go-to show when you want something gently mysterious and deeply British. Based on short stories by G.K. Chesterton, it follows a mild-mannered Catholic priest in the 1950s Cotswolds who has an uncanny knack for solving murders. Played by Mr. Weasley himself, Mark Williams, Father Brown is unassuming, thoughtful, and surprisingly shrewd. His real talent? Understanding human nature. The tone is cozy and comforting, the crimes are never too gruesome, and there's always a satisfying moral wrapped in tweed and tea. It's perfect Sunday afternoon television. Low-stakes crimes, charming countryside, and a priest who never met a mystery he couldn't unravel. The Dr. Blake Mysteries. If Father Brown is cozy with a wink, Dr. Blake adds a layer of quiet melancholy. Set in late 1950s Australia, the series follows Dr. Lucien Blake, a war vet turned police surgeon in the small town of Ballarat. Haunted by personal tragedy and shaped by years abroad, Blake isn't your typical cozy mystery lead. He's brooding and a little unpredictable. Each episode delivers a classic whodunit, but with emotional depth and character-driven storytelling that set it apart from the usual cozy fare. Moody, methodical, and satisfying, this one's a hidden gem. Grantchester. Grantchester is all about solving crimes in the most genteel way possible. Again, set in 1950s England, it follows Sydney Chambers, a handsome vicar with a gift for getting people to confess and a tendency to find dead bodies between sermons. He teams up with gruff local detective Geordie Keating, and together they solve murders while debating morality, justice, and the occasional whiskey hangover. The show is as much about friendship as it is about crime, and it's drenched in pastoral charm and period-accurate angst. There's love, loss, and a lot of complicated feelings, but never too heavy to ruin the cozy vibe. Partners in Crime. Partners in Crime takes Agatha Christie's lesser-known duo, Tommy and Tuppence Beresford, and gives them a slick, mid-century espionage twist. Set in 1950s Britain, the show follows a charmingly bumbling husband and wife team who accidentally find themselves wrapped up in murder, mystery, and Cold War conspiracies. With David Walliams and Jessica Raine in the lead roles, the chemistry is playful, and the tone feels like vintage spy capers with a cozy flair. It's lighter than your average thriller, but more adventurous than your typical whodunit. It only lasted one season, but Partners in Crime offers a fun, stylish take on Christie's most underrated sleuthing duo. Frankie Drake Mysteries. If Miss Fisher had a younger, slightly grittier cousin working in 1920s Toronto, it'd be Frankie Drake. This Canadian series follows the fearless and fashionable Frankie, the city's first female private detective, and her all-female team, including her crime-solving partner Trudy, morgue attendant Flo, and morality officer Mary. Together, they tackle everything from blackmail to bootlegging, with wit, charm, and a whole lot of lipstick. The show delivers period style with a modern attitude. It's a little more serious than Miss Fisher, but still playful enough to count as cozy. Plus, it's got secret societies, jazz clubs, and some seriously fun feminist vibes. Miss Scarlet and the Duke. Set in gritty yet glamorous Victorian London, Miss Scarlet and the Duke follows a determined young woman breaking into the all-male world of private investigation. Determined to keep the agency running after her father's death, Eliza Scarlet becomes London's first female private detective. With help and plenty of banter from childhood friend and Scotland Yard Inspector William the Duke Wellington, Eliza tackles cases with brains and boldness. Their slow-burn chemistry is just as juicy as the mysteries themselves, making this part whodunit, part will-they-won't-they romance. Stylish, empowering, and full of sass, Miss Scarlet is a refreshing twist on the cozy formula, with a heroine you'll root for from episode 1. Honorable mentions. Before we wrap up, here are a few more historical mystery gems that may not lean quite as cozy, but are still worth mentioning. Endeavour shows us the early days of the legendary Inspector Morse, set against the intellectual backdrop of 1960s Oxford. Dalgleish follows the brilliant but reserved Inspector Adam Dalgleish as he navigates post-war Britain. Foyle's War is a powerful take on wartime mystery, with Detective Chief Superintendent Christopher Foyle quietly pursuing justice on the home front during and after World War II. While Magpie Murders flips the script with a clever mystery within a mystery format by shifting between a modern-day editor investigating a suspicious death and the fictional 1950s whodunit at the heart of it. Sister Boniface Mysteries. Move over, Father Brown. Sister Boniface is here to solve crimes and ride a Vespa while doing it. A spin-off of Father Brown, the show centers on Sister Boniface, a nun with a PhD in forensic science, a passion for crime solving, and a serious nose for trouble. Set in the 1960s English countryside, it's got all the cozy mystery staples, charming villages, quirky townsfolk, and more murders than you'd expect in such a peaceful place. But it adds a twist of scientific sleuthing, with a lead character who's equal parts adorable and intimidatingly smart. It's sweet, funny, and perfectly lighthearted, with just enough crime scene analysis to feel clever. Do you agree with our picks for these best historical cozy crime shows? Are there any series you'd like to add to this list? Let us know in the comments. Check out TVShowPilot.com for articles on all your favorite shows. And don't forget to subscribe to the TV Show Pilot YouTube channel for more videos like this.